On this opportunity to accumulate health, we are discussing five micro habits for creating massive health opportunity. And creating behavior change indefinitely, it starts with micro movement now. So going from grabbing a coffee, a protein bar, and then running off the office, then eating another on-the-go meal for lunch, day in and day out, and saying, you know what, I'm going to start today making my breakfast at home, a bunch of whole foods before I leave for the office, while also preparing a homemade meal to eat at work every day, of meat and wild rice and vegetables. That is going to take intensive motivation, planning, willpower. In fact, it's just not going to happen. Even though it would be life-changing to make that happen right there, it has almost zero likelihood of actually happening consistently. On the other hand, if you decide you're going to start taking leftovers for lunch, or you're going to make a sandwich at home to bring to work instead of getting the sandwich at a fast food joint, that's much more reasonable. And it's likely to lead to an actual long-term behavioral change. This is a micro habit, a micro movement, a small adjustment of our routine that creates momentum towards the person we want to be, or the health state we want to get to live in. So please do not say you are an all or nothing person. You are not. You just aren't. If you were an all or nothing person, you would still be rocking that one, out of the 10 different diet strategies you were on previously. We're all moved by convenience, and what feels good. So saying we are all or nothing literally is an excuse to not make and enjoy true life progress. So here are those 5 micro habits I'm thinking about. I'm going to sit down, I'm going to start reading 1 page a day from a book. Get your bookmark out. 30 days from now, you'll be 30 pages ahead of where you are today. Literally finishing a chapter in a book is like mowing the lawn. It gives that sense of accomplishment and fulfillment. Even though you're gonna have to mow the lawn again, but look at that right now. Allow your being to receive the simple pleasure of accomplishment. If not, if it doesn't get this kind of reward from that, you're gonna be seeking acute pleasure somewhere else, scrolling or some highly palatable foods. Give it that simple pleasure. All right, number 2, fill your water bottle up with water, put it in the refrigerator before you go to bed. This makes hydrating first thing in the morning that much more likely to happen. Hydration, it supports energy, it supports clarity of thought, it supports digestion, detoxification, it supports appetite regulation, if that's a challenge. It makes it so much more likely you're going to keep your appetite in check, you're going to stay satiated by the food you eat the rest of the day. I've been doing this so that while I'm preparing my breakfast and my food that I'm going to take for lunch, I can clear 16 to 20 ounces of water during that time frame. And I'm hydrated better than I would be otherwise. All right, the third one is on the 55 of the hour, get up and walk around. So 9:55, 10:55, 11:55. There's a study published in The Lancet showing that simply breaking up our sitting time with a couple minutes, not tens of minutes, just a couple minutes each hour, could significantly reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Literally, frequency of movement improves circulation, improves blood sugar regulation, decreases muscle tension imbalances in the body. I mention this often to people to just get up a couple minutes each hour, but overwhelmingly, people tend to think that they are so valuable to the business that taking 3 minutes out of each hour to promote quality and quantity of life is just too great a sacrifice. People, give it a try. See if your health, your productivity doesn't skyrocket. Number 4, make a home for your smartphone. A friend was discussing research showing that it isn't that smartphones are actually smarter or smart at all, but rather their use creates such a decrease in our intelligence and the ability of humans that the phone becomes smart because of that. It looks smart because of that. So even a phone that is turned off, face down, but within the visual field of a person decreases their cognitive capacity, their working memory. So consider how very presence is not only affecting you or me, the owner, but also our children that are around us all the time. Find a cupboard and put the phone on a use schedule. I'm only using this phone, bing. So that's when you take it out of the cupboard. Otherwise, out of sight, out of mind. Number 5, make a list of whole foods you could eat for dinner each week. Don't even worry about actually even preparing them. Just make the list. Make a list of some dinners you'd like to have. The thing about micro habits is they're preparing the ground for the behavioral breakthrough. Because without preparation, without thinking ahead, without creating some level of value, the whole foods dinner on a consistent basis literally has 0 chance of happening. Because that takes effort, that takes work, that takes a routine being in place to make that happen. But amazingly, once you go from the list to now you're regularly acting on a list, all of a sudden you hardly even need a list or plan, because the plan for dinner becomes automatic. It's just how you roll. It's just another cog in the wheel of who you are. All right, do not make it so complicated. Complexity, it leads to decision and action paralysis. So once you've been at health accumulation for months and years, when others look at you and you're maintaining this wholesome lifestyle, it's going to seem really complicated because of the world we live in and the convenience lifestyle we're so used to. But for you, since you've been doing this, you've been slowly accumulating at literally standard operating procedures, because you went the accumulation route rather than the all or nothing, blow in, blow out. The route doesn't work. It doesn't work because you blew up. All right, so let me know what micro adjustments you've been making that have been a game changer, because they'll probably help somebody else change, transform, ignite their health accumulation journey. All right, I'm Dr. Matt. Please like, subscribe, send this out to your friends and family. It will only serve to help them accumulate health, which will just make all of our lives so much more enjoyable. All right, talk to you guys and gals later.